Engelbert Humperdinck has been known by many of his fans as the king of romance since he first began performing almost 27 years ago. His first hit song was called Release Me. His recordings have sold in excess of 130 million, including 64 gold and 23 platinum albums. And he performs a remarkable 150 concerts worldwide every year to cheering fans. He has a brand new CD coming out in January. I don't believe it's available yet, but it's called Love Unchained. I thank you for coming on here. I'm an enormous fan and friend to you. And I'm really excited about this album because you are bringing back some of the great songs of the 50s and 60s that we all grew up with in new arrangements and new versions.
Well, the idea of it was, you know, I've been recording songs that are, you know, new songs, but I wanted to do something from the past. And all these people that I've recorded, people from the past of the 50s, people like Johnny Ray, Frankie Lane, and Elvis, and the Righteous Brothers, and
you know, you mentioned Johnny Ray. A lot of people forget about him, but I remember when I was growing up in Milwaukee, what the first like top 40, you know, pop record that struck me was The Little White Cloud That Sat Right Down and Cried, and then the flip song was Cry with Johnny Ray. And I mean, we played it till my mother and father had to break the record, my brother and I. But he touched a nerve in this country early on.
Oh, he was wonderful. You know, I remember seeing him in my hometown in Leicester, and you know, he had this strange way, and he used to wear the hearing aids. And
surely.
But what a performer! He was quite a performer.
Yes, he was.
So I took one of his songs, you know, like Such a Night, and I put it on this album. You know,
very good.
And the whole album, the concept of the album is with a huge orchestra. We have 56 strings and all the various other things.
That's great. You see, what makes the singers, not that you're not great, but like Sinatra. Think of the people that have played with him, Nelson Riddle's orchestra, Don Costa, the people that have played with Sinatra, and you come with these wonderful orchestras. I mean, that is the marriage made in heaven, the singer and the great instrumentation behind him.
Well, that's what we got behind this album, to do beautiful songs with great arrangements. Baby Silvetti is probably rated as one of the greatest arrangers, and that's the man who did all my arrangements and is the producer of the show. And so next year we're going to go out with the same concept, you know, and work with the symphony orchestras, and I can't wait to do that. You know,
terrific. Have you done the Boston Pops ever? You know, where they have a guest artist? They've had a lot of people, pop singers, come.
Not as yet.
And I'll tell you, the orchestra loves them, and they love the orchestra because it gives them a chance to play with each other, so to speak. It's wonderful.
Well, that's the idea for me to do next year. I mean,
it would seem to me, sir, that you run a bit of a risk here because, well, in the minds of many people, for example, Elvis Presley did the definitive version of Love Me Tender. And so now you're almost going to have to try and top the gold record, the platinum record.
I don't know whether I could top it, but Elvis will forgive me for trying.
Somebody said you do a mean Elvis impression. Do you?
I used to do it. I can't do it now. I've had my hair cut. Okay. I took off my sideburns. Okay. I can't do it. You know, but I used to do it. He was the greatest performer I ever saw. He really was. I mean, I watched him work in Vegas many times, and he was just an incredible performer. And I stole a lot from him.
Did you?
Oh yeah, and they say, you know, if you steal from anybody, steal from the best.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah, and that's the story.
And so your Love Me Tender, I mean, you don't approach it with the fear. Gee, you know, I'm trying to top something that was a rock and roll classic.
I know, but this is with a big symphony orchestra, and I think we've given a total different face to it, and hopefully it will be equal to what Elvis did. You know?
You're doing a song on this album, which is called Sitting on the Dock of the Bay.
Yeah, Otis Redding.
Yeah. Could you explain to us what that means? Like, I've heard this song 100 times on radio, you know, sitting
on the dock of the bay.
What does that mean, sitting on the dock of the bay?
Well, he was just sitting there waiting for the tide to roll in and roll out, and waiting for the ships to come in. He was just wasting time.
Yeah, but I mean, ever in your life, if somebody has said to you, what are you going to do this afternoon? Have you ever said back to anybody, oh, I'm going to be sitting on the dock of the bay?
Yeah.
Nobody's ever said that.
I would like to sit on the dock of the bay. By the way, you know, Sherry told me that story about the chicken. Would you like to...
No, stop it. Can I ask you about your name? A lot of people who would have the name of Engelbert Humperdinck would change it to Tony Montana or something. You know, so many people have changed their names. Yet you kept yours, and I admire you for that.
No,
but did anybody ever try to make you change your name?
No, I had a wonderful name to start off with. You know, my real name is Arnold George Dorsey. I mean, that's my real name.
Really?
Before I changed it in '65.
Really?
Arnold, yeah. Mind you, Arnold didn't do too bad for Schwarzenegger, did it?
No, or Palmer.
And I think my Humperdinck is as good as his Schwarzenegger. I mean, it's one of those things.
Well, I've never seen the Schwarzenegger, but I've seen your Humperdinck.
No, but Engelbert Humperdinck was a name that really kicked me off. You know, really got me going. Yeah.
Yeah.
I took it from the German composer who had one big hit, Hansel and Gretel, and nothing. I mean, that's. And I grew my sideburns long.
Oh, I remember those.
And then Elvis took them, and so I shaved mine off. But I had my hair cut really short. I had it long for a while.
I remember that. Sure,
Yeah.
sure. So you changed your name from Arnold Dorsey to Engelbert Humperdinck.
Yep.
That's amazing.
And bang.
Because a lot of guys would go the other way, you know.
I know they did.
It's unbelievable.
I would have liked to have kept Arnold, mind you.
Well, you still. I'll call you Arnold if you like, or Arnie if you.
Whatever you want. Arnold Palmer called me Arnold.
We're with Engelbert Humperdinck and the new CD. This is not out yet, but it's coming.
No, it comes out in January.
In January.
Yeah.
Back with Mr. H and your calls on the toll-free line after the
8398.
You know, I wish I had a CD or something to show, but it's called Love Unchained.
That's right.
It'll be in the record stores starting in January, and then you're going to be on this tour with the big orchestra singing the songs from this particular album.
It'll be the first time ever.
Are you going to do a TV with these songs?
I'm going to do a special with it, and we're going to film it in Los Angeles.
Okay.
And we're going to have a beautiful set. It's already been arranged, and everything's ready to go. We just have to film it now, and that's going to happen in January.
Terrific.
After Christmas and New Year's, and then I get my breaks, so I can rest my throat and be ready for it.
Do you vocalize every day? Do you practice every day?
No.
A lot of singers do, you know.
I know they do, but I don't. I don't think it's necessary for me to do that. I think just before I do a show, I'll just do a little warm up, probably in the shower.
Okay.
You know, and get a little steam or something. But apart from that, I can hit notes a bank couldn't cash.
Is that right? Now, even though you're, excuse me, man, sure save a phlegm, huh?
Yeah.
Even though you're in the business, like, do you enjoy the work of like the three tenors? You know, Domingo.
I loved it. I loved it.
Wasn't that wonderful? Yeah.
Excellent. I mean, if you're a singer, you really appreciate a great singer.
Sure.
You know, and they are really great singers. They're well trained. I was never trained as a singer. I mean, it just happened, and fortunately, I sing correctly.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. And that's how it happened. I mean,
What does that mean correctly?
I mean, correctly, I sing from here.
From the diaphragm?
Yeah.
From the
We were talking about, I mean, we were just back then, we were talking about people who speak with speed or and don't articulate. I mean, when you've been in the business 27 years, you do tend to lose a bit of your hearing. And therefore, you know, sometimes if somebody's talking to me and they pick up speed, beg your pardon? You know, I get one of those things. But I've learned how to articulate and how to throw my voice from here, you know. So I respect those guys a lot.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Here is Maureen in Miami, Florida. Hello.
Hiya, Tom. Hi, buddy.
Maureen, how are you, kid?
Hey, I stuffed it through Gordon just in time to speak to Engelbert.
Okay, say hi. He's right here.
How you doing?
Hi, how are you? Engelbert, did you say?
Great.
And you can
Great.
call me whatever you
look
like.
great. I wanted you to surprise me a little bit. Why'd you get rid of the sideburns?
Well, they were so long, I was having to tuck them in my underwear, and it was getting to be a problem, so I got rid of them.
I want you to know something.
What's that,
I
dear?
made a tape of you.
Yeah?
You want me to tell the year on the air? I made a tape of you in June '83 from the album Especially for You.
Uh-huh.
And I've got it in the machine right now. You want to hear a little bit of it?
Yeah, put it on.
Hold on a second. I don't know which song is coming on because this newfangled thing here.
And what year is
We do have half an hour, so go ahead.
Yeah, what year is it, Maureen? What year is this now?
I made the tape in '83, but I saw you at the Diplomat Hotel here in Miami Beach.
My God.
And I was one of the crazy ones that practically threw myself all over the stage.
Really?
So just wait a second. I'm going to play this. Wait.
Okay. This ain't gonna work the way we
No,
want.
that's not going to work. That's
No.
we can't hear it too
All right,
clearly.
Maureen, Maureen, I beg of you. Please, Maureen. Maureen, have mercy on us, please. Maureen?
I hear that?
Yeah, it was great, Maureen. We loved every hour of it.
Hey, so Tom,
Yeah.
I want to tell you something.
Yeah, tell me
Who I am? Remember when you had Jerry Vale on?
Yep.
Okay. You know what you went and did? You gave his CD to a dog lover 3 days later. And I ended up with the Cast the First Stone.
You ended up with what?
I ended up with some kind of a...
Oh, yeah, Cast the First Stone, yeah.
Yeah, I ended up...
All right, well, let me tell you what you get tonight, honey. You get big bad bulldozers, and a box of Ultra Slim Fast cookies.
Without the line.
Get an autograph from Engelbert saying "To Love" with Maureen at least. I've been a fan all
How about To Maureen with Love? I could arrange that, too.
Could you do that?
I'll do the best I can, Maureen.
Listen, if you do that, baby, I'll stay up late for you.
All right, sweetheart.
All right.
Hey, Maureen, the check's in the mail.
All right, baby. Have a good night.
All right.
That's sweet.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Maureen.
Yeah, we'll have Engelbert sign the cookies and send them down there. So the tour begins in January.
Right.
The record goes on sale in January. Have a very happy holiday season, and we appreciate your coming by tonight. I know you're a very busy guy, and I know this. I feel badly because I can't show the album.
Well, that's all right. It'll be on in January, and maybe we can come back and show it then.
Well, maybe.
Oh, well, and
Maybe.
when you're late.
You never know.
You never can tell.
Well, how much time do I have? 2 minutes, sir. Oh, you're kidding. But put that last call up there then. No, don't put it up. It's okay, because what'll happen is I'll just get started, and then I will lose track of the whole thing. Okay, thank you. Again, my thanks to Engelbert Humperdinck. The album is called Release Me, and it'll be in the...
No, Love Unchained.
Love Unchained, excuse me. Release Me was the first
27 years ago.
27 years ago, yeah. Love Unchanged. I was just thinking of something I have planned later on this evening.
I
You know, last night I got to bed around 10:30.
Did you?
Yeah, I didn't get home till 3. Anyway. Love Unchained, Engelbert Humperdinck. Back tomorrow night, same time, same station. Stay tuned now for Bob Berkowitz and Real Personal. Drive safely on the way home. Thanks for watching, and good night, everybody.